Hi friends, and welcome back to another episode of TT Reacts. Am I restarted? I don't know if he meant retarded, but okay. Have trouble after lunch and keeping consistent form. Any advice is appreciated. I don't know what I'm looking at, but yeah, this person needs to be on the wall and kicking up from the air, not on the ground, because you can't control your handstand well enough to be kicking up from the ground. So yes, go to a wall and do the progression drills so you can learn how to put your body in an upright position and learn the proper form of how to do it. And also practice kicking up when you are doing the progression workouts, because kicking up should be the easiest part of the handstand. It's literally getting into the handstand. It's not the actual handstand, but knowing how to kick up and prepare for the kick up is also something that will help you when it comes to your actual handstand, because you'll be prepared at the top of the movement. But this way of training is too unsafe for a beginner to be doing. Okay, still kicking. So this person, let me see. This person is kicking up from the ground. And it's not even that he has too much momentum, it's just the fact that he doesn't have good form, and he is putting his feet in place, but it's not the correct spot because his core is not engaged. He's using his feet to balance this movement opposed to using his core muscle to keep him up. And it does look like he has a little bit of posterior pelvic tilt, but it still looks arched. Your feet shouldn't be back that far. So yeah, same thing with this person. Just learn where your feet need to go. This first progression here really helps you to master putting your foot in the right spot, but also getting good core strength so that you can hold the movement for the duration of the handstand and not have to overcompensate by putting your foot far beyond your head where it's not supposed to be. So yes, that's what I recommend for this person here. It's really not that bad in terms of the arch, but it's just not supposed to be arched at all. So yes, handstand progress. It's been 5 months, 11 days since I started my handstand journey. Can you help me hold it for longer? Can't figure out the fault in my alignment. I mean, the alignment itself is fine, but your feet just aren't stable. Your legs aren't stable. You're not tight. And when you kick up and you get to the top of the movement, you're not straightening your legs out, which it really shouldn't be the hardest part of your handstand, to straighten your legs out. That should be natural. So when you engage your core, definitely make sure your legs are straight and your ankles are squeezed. Your ankles are not squeezed in this video. It looks like you're moving your feet around a lot. And also getting your breathing patterns down is also really important in terms of holding a movement longer, because you have to be able to operate at 100% upside down with good form in order to extend your time. Now, say you're not operating at 100%. Whenever you go to do your free handstand, you're not going to be able to hold it for longer because you're not getting any stronger. The goal should be to get stronger over time the more that you do this movement, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do it safely for a long period of time, especially if you have a goal of holding your handstand for 30 seconds, a minute, however long. And this is also a person who, from the beginning, I started watching her videos a few months ago. Her handstand looks virtually the same as when she was posting videos 3 to 4 months ago. So it doesn't really seem like, I mean, I know she's progressing, but it doesn't seem like she's mastering the basics. She is just continuously doing the same exact things. Though I will say the shaking has gone down, but by this point you should be able to straighten your legs out and squeeze your ankles, and really at the end of the day just tighten up at the top of the movement. That's something that she seems to really struggle with. I don't know if it's because she's having issues with keeping her arms straight, but her arms look pretty straight. I think it's the core engagement. That's what I think it is. Core engagement is shifty and her legs are not stable, which is making it hard for her core to remain engaged. And she also probably just needs more muscle in general. So yes, do the progressions, work from A to Z, and you should be able to extend your time. It's honestly a form and technique thing, but it could also be a strength thing, which is why making sure your training is well-rounded is so important when it comes to doing a handstand, because you really do need it all, or else it can be dangerous or just a waste of time. Just focus on everything, and recognize that if you skip the basics, you will hinder your growth and not get very far. And a lot of people will give up, but it's honestly, the training is just not sufficient in most cases. Starting to plateau in progress and losing hope. Hey guys, I have no doubt you've all heard these things before. I'm at a point where I'm working every day, doing push-up stretches, few workouts, some handstand practice daily, just doing what my body can between life and high intensity sport training. She saw a lot of progress, now she's getting stuck. The worst video I've ever taken, and every good attempt from tonight was off video. I think I got tense when trying to record, so stop focusing as well. She doesn't have a wall to practice on. You don't have a wall to practice on in your room or anything? So this kick up is horrible. You're like 2 to 3 feet away from your feet when you're going to put your hands on the ground. Keep your hands as close to your feet as you can do. And the little thing with your knee, the knee up is not necessary. Just kick up normally, and then you're going straight into an arch, which I think when you are putting your hands so far away from your feet, it really does encourage the banana arch, because it's just so much momentum in order to kick up in that position that you're naturally just going to go over into an arch. And it's not easy to brace when your hands are so far from your feet. You need to brace, which it should be something similar to this. Like this. Whoop. It shouldn't be, you can't do this and then go all the way out. You will need to keep your hands close to your feet in order to have good enough control in that movement. Yeah, so keep your hands close to your feet so you can maintain control, and keep posterior pelvic tilt, which you don't have. And really just do it slowly. You're rushing too much. Your head is in a really weird position. You need to make sure you can breathe when you get to the top of the movement, and really try to find a wall so that you can do the circuit drills, because honestly, at your level, you really shouldn't be doing a free handstand like this. You seem to be an adult. It's not as easy for adults to recover from injury if something goes wrong with this movement here. So yes, that's what I would recommend. Keep your hands closer. Make sure you have good posterior pelvic tilt, and really brace for that movement. And when you get to the top of the movement, make sure your feet are in a good position for you, and you should be good. But don't lose hope. You're not doing the correct training. The reason why you're losing hope is because your training is so bad. But rest assured, if you switch a few things in your training, your progress will skyrocket and become a lot better. And it's really not a good thing to see people training like this and then feeling like it's the handstand that's not working when really it's the training. And it is tough because you're getting so much information and most of it is incorrect information that it is hard to progress when you're trying to take everyone's advice. But you need to really think critically about what it is you're doing and thinking, will this actually lead into the end result? Because you will feel like you're making progress along the way if that is the case. But clearly, this is not working. So the question becomes, why am I still doing it? It's not helping. It's not doing anything for me. So you need to change the training. All right, guys, that is the last video. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you liked the video, go ahead and like it and subscribe. And if you'd like to be featured, go ahead and send your video to this email right here, and you may see it in an upcoming video. But until next time, ciao.